Sup, Jordan?
Sup, Madison? Welcome back to the 605.
Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. I got here yesterday. I drove all the way from Akron, Ohio to Mitchell, South Dakota yesterday. I left, for context, I left at 4:30 a.m. Central Time and arrived at 9:30 p.m. Central Time.
Oh my Lord. I don't know what's worse, that or your Mitchell girls getting upset in the double A's.
I actually didn't know that, so thank you.
Sorry to Harrisburg.
Yeah, I saw the halftime score when I was at dinner in Mitchell. I had dinner with my parents and my grandpa, and then I drove over here because I had my Airbnb for tonight because I wasn't sure when I booked it. I wasn't sure if I was driving or flying, and if I was flying, I would have gotten here today. So, yes, up until 2 a.m. doing homework on Monday night, up until 11:30 p.m. packing after doing homework until 10 on Tuesday night, and then I drove here.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday. Almost died in Chicago. No exaggeration. I hit the brakes so hard they screeched. Like on the road. Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yep. I was moments like that where I'm like, there's definitely a God. Yeah.
I've taken a wrong turn in Chicago before at a job interview on can't remember the street, but I remember my father-in-law telling me, he goes, I know exactly where that is downtown. Just a heads up, if you take the wrong turn, you drive past the United Center, you're going to want to turn around. And it was like raining out, and I literally just drove for 2 days. I drove out to Chicago for this interview because we were thinking of maybe moving out there, and then did the interview that night, and then left at 6 a.m. the next day to drive back. But anyways, it was raining. And I drove by the United Center at the stoplight. It's dark. It's raining. I'm in a big red pickup with South Dakota plates and a Vikings decal on the back. And I just look out my window and I went, I'm not in an okay neighborhood right now. I'm sticking out like the sorest of thumbs. I should heed my father-in-law's advice and turn around.
Yeet myself out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my husband is being funny. I fully thought about doing the Bruce Buffer impression and then fully decided against doing that.
Can I do it tomorrow? I have to so two things. I'm going to sound really dumb and weird tonight because I'm in the living room and the kids are sleeping, so I got to keep it down tonight. And also I'm still fighting this potential bug. Thank you for the airborne recommendation because I have so many of those tablets the last 2 days.
And they taste good. Like they're not bad.
Oh, it's like candy. But I've had so much water. I took yesterday off because I felt like crap yesterday, and I just slept most of the day.
Is that your cat like moving furniture, or like what is happening?
No, it's the dog.
Okay.
There's probably something out in the backyard. He wants to go chase it, but he's been out 3 times in a half hour. He's fine.
Okay. Did you see that silly rabbit on Twitter tried to start a fight with us?
No, I gave up Twitter for Lent.
Oh, that's right. He didn't try to start a fight. So I tweeted yesterday from the podcast account. I was in Wisconsin and I said obligatory spotted cow stop. Getting closer to SD with like the cute little monkey that's like so excited. Silly rabbit, who I love to death, retweets or quote tweets and says, hot take, spotted cow isn't that good. And when I got to my parents last night, I was like, hot take, you're wrong. And like, listen, I don't think, then I was talking to Rabbit Hole about it on Twitter. And I was like, I don't think that spotted cow is the sun and the moon and the stars. But like, if I can only have it once a year, I'm going to stop and get it. Plus I called my dad and asked if he wanted some. So I got him some, and brought it. But I think you're frozen. Uh-oh. We lost Jordan. Let me send him a text and make sure that he can still hear me. This isn't good, guys. Jordan. Oh boy. Okay. Well,
Very
until we get Jordan back,
excited.
we
Todd.
are you Oh boy, this is not good. Okay, well, until he comes back, we can talk about all league awards. I'm trying to actually pull up the actual all league awards. But I can give you mine. I know people are like, we want to know how people that have votes are voting. Please don't scream at me. Oh, Jordan, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little delayed.
Yeah.
Can you pull up the all league awards? I can't find them and I'm doing 15 things at once. But can you pull up the ones that the Summit League put out?
Yeah, give me a sec here.
Okay, thank you.
Not even that much space. It just freaking takes up, like, they constantly spin.
Guys, look who's here. Queen Dosha Woods is here. Looking for some entertainment. Well, you're looking in the wrong place, but I'm so glad you're here. Okay, all league awards. I know that people are like, we want to know how you're voting. Don't scream at me. I tried really hard and I actually like debated this for quite some time. The SDSU fans are probably going to murder me. My player of the year was Elle Evans, but also understand that Elle Evans and Brooklyn Meyer were literally like I picked Elle. I picked Elle. And then my first team was Elle Evans, Brooklyn Meyer, Paige Meyer, Casey Baravich, and Ruthie Udomo. The reason that Ruthie was up there was because Ruthie was my defensive player of the year. My second team was Grace Larkins, Heaven Hamling, Talia Jones, Kendall Holmes, Emma Smith, and Hannah Cooper. What is this?
And then a minute later, you're talking.
Jordan, ain't nobody can hear what you're saying right now. I think you're frozen. I think you're like completely frozen. This is bad. Gotta love that South Dakota Wi-Fi, everybody. My newcomer, sorry.
It's almost impossible to tell what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Same for you. I can't hear you at all. My freshman of the year votes were the 3 North Dakota State freshmen and then Kara Pemberton and then Imani Bennett. None of them won it. So that's fine. Defensive for me, I went Ruthie for defensive player of the year, and then Brooklyn Meyer, Elle Evans, Grace Larkins, and Michaela Bennett. Newcomer of the year, I went to Leah Jones, and then Kendall Holmes, Danae Watson, Elena Contreras, Jaylee Oglesby. Coach of the year,
can you hear me
AJ,
now?
Jory, and then Kelsey. Yes, I can hear you now.
Jesus.
And then 6th woman, Mesa, Natalie Mazurek, and Jaylee Oglesby. Almost none of my votes were correct, except for the majority of first team,
20
second
seconds
team.
ago.
Yeah, I have no idea. Yes, Jordan, it is.
Is it mine? Like, because my internet's great. I don't know about my laptop.
It's you.
Because my internet's great. I'm wondering if it's my laptop. What if I switch to a phone?
You can try it. everyone just hang tight. We're gonna get Jordan on a better connection.
Hold up. All right, here we go. Yo.
Sup?
Sup? Is that better?
Yeah. Do you have like AirPods or something?
Ooh, no. Do I need them?
Well, I can hear everything I'm saying after I say it.
Son of a bitch. Okay. Can I say that on Twitter? I don't know.
It's okay. It's
you know
okay.
what? This is entertainment. This is live. This is
Live television, ladies and gentlemen.
Jesus Christmas. I have like 4 of them. Hold on here. Just hold on. I literally have 4 of these gosh darn things, and well, here's ones I used to use at the tournament that have a crap ton of dust on them. Let's see if they're still charged. If they are, I'm going to make a plug for these headphones.
Do you know what really sucks? We have the most live viewers we've ever had, and we can't get our shit together.
Welcome to the show, folks.
This is bad.
Dude, I don't even know what this is called. I haven't used these in 3 years. Oh, here we go. Hold on. Test.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Much better?
No, hold on. You know what? Take the headphones off. It was better without them.
Wait, seriously? You can hear yourself
I'm
still?
dead ass serious. Take them off.
Oh, dear God. You know what sucks is I'm actually really good with tech.
Are you?
Are you sure? Is there a delay now? Because I've exited out of the... Is there an echo?
Actually, no, not anymore.
Okay, I wonder if it was because there was a delay in me closing out of the tab on the computer.
Maybe.
All right,
Okay.
so here's me up against a wall.
This is so funny. When I interviewed Matt Buttermore for volleyball, before the NCAA tournament, he was on the floor up against the wall like that in the conference room in their hotel.
Okay,
And
I
I
need
was
to
like,
catch up. I need to catch up on these comments. Todd.
Okay, so
My
let's
excitement is
go
there.
back. So
Okay, what do we got?
Todd said that you need to match the rest of our excitement.
I'll be there. I'll be the boys. They're sleeping backwards on their bed with one of them's got their foot on the wall. I don't know how he ended up in that position. So they're out. So I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. But Joe, R.I.P. Todd.
Hold on. Yep. So Joe said R.I.P. Jordan when you were frozen.
Oh.
Queen Dosha Woods entered the chat and said, "You have to entertain us." And I said, "She's looking in the wrong place for that entertainment." Then she sent laughing faces after that. Todd said he briefly saw you move. Then he said your living room was on a magnetic plate. And when you said whatever curse you said, what did you even say? I don't remember.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah. And my husband said, "Sir, this is a family show."
That's fair. That's fair.
And by family, he means him and the dog.
All right, what do you want to talk about? Sorry.
Geez. Todd said Jordan's kids go to bed and it's Jordan after dark.
Wait till the other USD podcast comes out.
Oh boy. Am I gonna have to listen to that?
That'll definitely be after dark.
After dark. Ridiculous. Okay. Well, earlier when we were frozen, I ran through my all league awards that are mildly embarrassing because I did not vote the way everyone else voted, which I guess could be good or bad. I don't know. But I stand by my votes. I have my reasons. Please don't scream at me. But know that I took my voting seriously. Did you get those all league awards pulled up ever?
Yes. Yeah. They were up. It was just my late ass.
Do you want to run through what the actual awards were? Because I ran through my votes, but I did not run through like who actually won the awards.
Yeah. Okay. So first team player of the year, Brooklyn Meyer, sophomore, South Dakota State. Ellie Evans, North Dakota State, sophomore. Paige Meyer, South Dakota State, junior. Casey Baravich, North Dakota, fifth year, senior. Grace Larkin, South Dakota, junior. And then Hannah Cooper, Oral Roberts, graduate. Second team, Heaven Hamling. So, man, this is going to be tough. Heaven Hamling, North Dakota State, senior. Talia Jones, Oral Roberts, sophomore. Jordan Jones, Denver, sophomore. Ruthie, Oral Roberts. Is it Udomo?
Ruthie Udomo.
Sorry. Udomo. Oral Roberts, senior. And then Jade Hill, St. Thomas, junior. The honorable mentions were Amber Scalia, St. Thomas, sophomore. Grace Cave, Omaha. She's a junior. Madison Mathowitz, South Dakota State, sophomore. Jalee Oglesby, Oral Roberts, redshirt sophomore. And Emma Smith, Denver, sophomore. All defensive team, Brooklyn Meyer, Ruthie, Tori Nelson of SDSU as senior forward. Elle Evans of NDSU, Hannah Cooper, Oral Roberts, graduate. All newcomer team. This was a good one. I thought these five were good. Talia Jones, Oral Roberts, sophomore. Jalee Oglesby, Oral Roberts, redshirt sophomore. Kendall Holmes, South Dakota, junior. Elena Contreras, Kansas City, a sophomore. And then Dominique Phillips, a graduate from Kansas City. All freshman team, Emily Roberts, Oral Roberts. Abby
It's Abby K. Abby Kraswinski.
Abby Krzyzewski, North Dakota State freshman. Kiera Pemberton, North Dakota freshman. Amani Bennett, Kansas City freshman. She's got to be Polish, right? I should ask her sometime. Amani Bennett, Kansas City freshman. Jenna Hopp, SDSU freshman. So recap, player of the year, Brooklyn Meyer. Newcomer of the year, Talia Jones. Freshman of the year, Emily Robinson. Sixth woman of the year, Oglesby. Defensive player of the year, also Brooklyn Meyer. And then coach of the year, shocker here, Aaron Johnston of SDSU. So what are your objections and differences?
My differences, I went Ruthie Udomo for player of the year, or for defensive player of the year, excuse me. Okay. I went Elle Evans for player of the year. I do think to some extent, I try to take my blue and yellow goggles so far off, or like off that sometimes they come so far off. But I was having a conversation earlier in which it was said that like Elle Evans and Brooklyn Meyer are like 1 and 1A or 1A, 1B. And I don't disagree with that. I mean, it was a tough call for me. I went Mesa Biome for sixth woman. I probably should have gone Jalee Oglesby. I did go Talia Jones for newcomer of the year. I did not go Emily Robinson for freshman of the year. I could have, should have, whatever you want to call it. Mm-hmm. Overall, one thing I'll say about AJ getting coach of the year, take this for what it is, because I am obviously an SDSU grad, but I know we've had conversations before. I think our first year on the podcast, we were really pushing for it to be somebody else, because AJ just continues to do what's expected. One thing I'll say this year, with the amount of injuries they had, the way they recovered, having to literally go out and find more people to add to the roster, and still ran the table, there's no conversation for it to be anyone else.
Nope, 100% agree.
Definitely.
The things he went through, and then weren't there a couple almost injuries towards the end of the year too, where some players fell down and got back up?
We had the oh shit moments, yeah. I think Paige, in one of those last games, I think Brandon texted the group chat. He said number 21 just went down. And I was like, number 21 is Paige Meyer. So I really hope it's not the case.
I'm hoping he just meant to do the number as like a number, and he actually does know the name of the player.
I don't think he does, but that's fine. But that's fine. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have any objections. I think that you can make a case for a lot of people for a lot of reasons.
Yep.
For a lot of awards, and the other way too, make a case against a lot of people for a lot of reasons.
And Madison, was it sent out like the numbers, like how many points the players got? Because
So
I understand in years past we've had the best player on the best team argument, but I think it's a little bit. It's not as much this year of that, but I think there was a little bit enough to put it over because Evans would have had my vote for player of the year. Brooklyn Meyer would have had my defensive player of the year vote. But what's cool is they're both sophomores. We're talking about sophomores. It's been a few years since we've had like young, the talk, the discussion of player of the year be with underclassmen. Honestly, I don't have any objections to the first team. If you could do 7, right, the next one up would be Heaven Hamling for me.
Well, and that's how, because I went Ruthie for defensive player of the year and put her on my first team, that pushed Heaven to second team right under Grace. And I felt like really bad about that, but I was like, you always need one more, right?
Yep. Excuse me, good Lord. The one that, I think next year to keep an eye on, and she got progressively better, that if it would have been more up here coming off of an injury, was Natalie Mazurek. Yeah. But I understand, the players on there were more than deserving. But Natalie had to have been right there close to that.
Yeah.
And for a bench player too, that's pretty good.
She was second in my 6-woman voting. And to clarify to the listener, Jordan does not have a vote. I do. That said, it may be that we just have the podcast vote together. I did not consult Jordan before I thought of that. So the votes that I gave you were my votes only, and not his.
Yeah, I don't have a vote. At least for the regular season.
It's because you're so good with technology.
Shut up. I'm actually really good. This was embarrassing.
Did you see Todd's, when you said that, this is what Todd said?
Shut up, Todd.
For those of you that don't know, I assume you know. If you found us, you should know who Todd is. But Todd does this with Tim Hill and Greg on the men's side. So that's...
Are they also sponsored by nobody? Is this going to be a race to see who can get sponsored first?
Who can get sponsored first? I don't know. They have a lot of followers.
Yeah, well...
We don't. Todd, can you get us some more followers?
That's because the listeners are sexist.
Let's not make any massive claims.
We're going to have Caitlin Clark on this week, so give us a follow.
Let's also...
Angel Reese, too. We're going to have Angel and Caitlin Clark
follow through on.
What's that?
So let's also not do things we can't follow through on. I feel like we had this conversation on the show like 2 weeks ago. So I was telling you about a Grace and Frankie episode where Grace was on a vacation and she came back and Frankie had promised their customers from their business that they would all get a free donut, and it was like 50,000 of them. And Grace was like, Frankie, I can't make 50,000 donuts. That is the position I feel like you're putting me in when you're saying.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's only 2 episodes left, so might as well make some promises.
I mean, not necessarily. There's this episode and there's the tournament, like national tournament preview episode. But we don't know who's going to be in it, or if they're going to win, or like whatever, you know. Cool. Let's have a chit chat about what we think is going to happen.
Crystal ball. Let's go.
This weekend. Let's start with tomorrow. I ain't got a damn clue. I see. So here's the thing. Kansas City showed us what they can do last year in the tournament. However, this is not the same team. 3 of those players are returning. However, they do have players like Dom Phillips and Elena Contreras that can literally light it up when they're having a really good day. So I don't really know. On the other hand, I think that people don't give Omaha enough credit. They've been in the championship Last year, it was what, 2 out of the last
4,
4?
I think.
Yeah. So, I don't want to put anything past Omaha. I think Omaha is going to be really driven and motivated tomorrow, and I'm going to lean Omaha.
These Friday games are gonna be so much fun. Like for the girls and guys back to back, and obviously the teams are pretty close roster wise, matchup wise for both games. Like it's a fun way to kick it off because
I think
all
so
of those
too.
4 teams have nothing to lose. Like they don't want to be that team that loses the first game. I would. Oh gosh, why do we have to do this? No, I'm gonna lean Kansas City with the
Interesting.
intensity of the defense and the pressure, and I'm gonna lean Kansas City. I'm gonna do my Lee Corso thing by a field goal by this much.
Really cool.
You know what? Let's start it off with a bang. How about that? Kansas City is gonna get an and 1 to go up by like 3 with 12 seconds to go, and they're going to miss, and Omaha's going to have a chance to tie, and then they'll miss a semi-open 3-point shot.
Are you drunk?
Book it. No, I'm not. I'm
Book it.
sober.
This is very specific.
Did you write it down? Because I've been pretty right this year. This hot take sponsored by no one. No, but for real though, I'll lean Kansas City for their defense.
Okay.
Oh, Todd had to switch to the men's podcast. He don't want people following him.
Yeah. Let's talk about the number 2, number 7 matchup.
Upset alert.
Honestly, yeah. So I said earlier today at dinner, my dad was asking me like what was going to happen. And I said, if Denver can get past North Dakota State, South Dakota State needs to look the hell out in the championship game.
Yep.
Those were my exact words. If Denver can get past NDSU, I would be scared of Denver. I'm scared of Denver now, but I think NDSU is going to be a tough game for them. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that they are going to get past NDSU. I don't know, but also like NDSU historically doesn't play that great in Sioux Falls.
It's kind of flip of the men.
Yeah.
I'm leaning in my bracket that I will officially fill out tomorrow. I'll autograph it and take a picture and all that jazz. I'll go with NDSU with this one, but I also agree, like if Denver wins that one, I would pick them to go on to Tuesday.
Yeah, me too.
I just think NDSU is just, top to bottom, they're just so good, and they've been playing such good basketball the second half of, well, really all conference season.
All the conference season,
the second half has been really, really well done, and I think that they win.
Well, and that's what AJ said in the interview last week was NDSU is playing as good as any mid-major team out there right now. So I really wish Denver would have gotten that 5 seed. Their path would have been
I was rooting for it too.
Easier. After the first night, they handled their business the first night, and I was like, dude, let's go. Like I thought they had it. So it stinks. I mean, I'm sitting here saying it stinks. I'm sure they're not happy about it either, but yeah, their road would have been a lot easier, but we'll see what happens. You never know what's going to happen in Sioux Falls.
Yep.
3-6 ORU North Dakota. I think that the way that UND's been playing this season, they don't have the intensity or the cohesiveness or the efficiency to keep up with Oral Roberts' offense.
Yep, I'm in agreement. I want this to be the more realistic upset, the one on Sunday, because when like SDSU's not playing on Sunday and USD, they are playing on Sunday, right? So like a majority of the crowd isn't necessarily at this game. Everyone's watching it on Midco, right? There's always that one where the Midco announcers are like, and there it is. There's that upset. There's that one upset that always happens. Like, to me, this is the one that could happen more than the Denver NDSU one. I know I said upset alert for that, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if North Dakota won just because it's March Madness. But if Oral Roberts goes cold, which they really don't do, but it's March. So I'm going to continue to go chalk here and pick Oral Roberts.
Well, because that's like, so Denver beat ORU in Denver.
Yeah.
That was a 3-piece, wasn't it? 102-92, I think that game was. And it should have been more. Yeah. It should have been like 102-84. But ORU kind of clawed their way back in there a little bit. But even then, like, ORU didn't go cold. They scored 92 points.
Yeah.
Like, it just, Denver was there offensively. That was their, finally, after all of the work they put in, all of the close games, all of the bad games, all of the everything, they finally, like, had put it all together and beat the top offense in the league. I'm still going to lean ORU in this 3-6 game. I just haven't seen enough out of UND to put confidence in that, but never know.
Sounds like another team we're about to talk about.
Who's that? Oh. For the 4-5, is that what you're referring to?
Yep. We can skip over the 1-8. I'm just kidding. That'd be disrespectful.
Oh, look, we're inspiring the men. They're going to try to go live on Saturday.
Well, now that I know it's on my end, wait till next year when I do this on my phone. Jordan After Dark on his phone, live. Uh-oh.
Ridiculous. So are you?
You might get to see my garage.
Is that what I just heard?
What?
You're coming back next year? You're in it for the long haul?
Oh, hold on here. I gotta do this. Hold on here quick. So you want me back next year?
Well, you just said wait until next year.
All right. Well, if we want to break that. Breaking news. I will be back reaching the summit women's basketball next year.
Let's go.
We're going to add in sound effects.
Yeah, we are. We did pretty good this year. We upped the game this year.
You know what? Here, I'll show you. So we got this. Maybe I should use this. Here, this is live. This is live television. So we're going to use this next year. The kid got one of these sound mix boards.
Oh my goodness. Does it have good sound effects?
Yeah. So these 4 white buttons that are separate from the main there, you can like customize your sound and record
There's 5. I know you went to USD. They didn't teach you how to count, but I think there's actually 5 there.
Oh, I was looking. Okay. Yeah. Backwards. Okay. It's all the vitamin C. I've got 5,000% of it. But yeah, we can use the soundboard and I can like custom. You're
gonna rig your kid's soundboard. Your kid's like
do.
4.
I wonder if. Hold on. Let's see if.
Okay.
See you later.
Okay, it doesn't. They must have messed with it. I had some pretty good sounds on there. I'm not gonna lie.
This is ridiculous.
All right, where are we at? Sorry, Kansas. So SDSU versus Kansas City. I like it. I mean, it's going to be a fun matchup. I think it's close early on, but then I don't think it gets close in the second half.
Okay.
Maybe even the second quarter.
So I'm going SDSU Omaha, and I still have a little thing called Tromaha. I will always have Tromaha.
If Todd's still listening, can we add that to the hashtags on the shirt? Tromaha?
Tromaha? How would you even spell that?
Trauma, and then Ha.
Traumaha. That is so funny. Or what about like Tromaha with the O being like the Omaha logo? I mean,
If we do
can't lose.
Tromaha, we have to do Bromaha.
He said we can if you can spell it.
I'll get back to you.
We're ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I'm going SDSU Omaha in that game. I think it's close through the third quarter. And then SDSU probably, I'm not going to say runs away with it. I'm going to say stretches the lead. Like
Methodically.
enough to know that they're going to win, but not enough to say that they ran away with it. I think that Omaha is a team that we've seen, whether their record shows it or not, get progressively better. Like there are some teams in the league that I feel like just kind of stagnated. We didn't know how they were going to show up that day, but there was not like an incline, right? Denver, I see an incline. Omaha, I see an incline.
Yep.
So I do think it will be close for the majority of the game. I still think SDSU.
But if SDSU has shown a weakness of any sort this year, right? Like I'd be more inclined even into the second round, but they haven't.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are minor ones that we're missing, but
I guess I don't have a specific weakness, but the Denver game, like I've heard people be like, "Oh, I never felt like we were going to lose that game." And I'm like, "Are you psycho?" Like it was literally so cool. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah.
That game was won in the last minute and a half.
Yep.
So like I don't see, I guess, a specific weakness. Like I'm not going to say, "Oh, their defense is weak," they're like whatever. I don't see a specific weakness. But I don't think there are holes in SDSU. I think you have to poke holes in SDSU.
I like that.
And Denver did that night. Not successfully, but almost. So I do think that it can be done. I guess that is what I'm getting at.
Love it. I like that.
Thanks. I thought it was clever. Okay, let's talk 4-5.
Oh boy.
South Dakota and St. Thomas. This is game 4. Sorry, we haven't been giving you times. This is game 4, 12:30 p.m. on Sunday.
This one makes me nervous.
Yeah.
I know USD has beaten St. Thomas twice. I shouldn't say beaten because that sounds like more dominant than it was. They defeated St. Thomas twice. Obviously the one with Tori DePerry on the buzzer beater. What'd you say?
Escaped St. Thomas twice.
Escaped
the first time.
Once and then defeated the second time. Yeah. So I just similar on a same level, not a same level, but to the same what we were talking about with UND and like just not knowing, like, are we going to get the full potential UND or are we going to get the one that's been kind of like this the whole year? If USD shows up and then, you know, they put a full 40 minutes together and they make those threes, they have good ball movement. Natalie gets involved on the perimeter and they rebound well. They've shown they can compete with anyone and anyone SDSU, I mean, for a half. And that's what I mean by the full 40 minutes. Like if they put together 40 minutes against SDSU, even one of those times, I think they come out with a win in Vermilion, not in Brookings. That second quarter was just unreal. So whatever AJ said to him, did you ever ask him that, like off camera? Hey, what'd you ever say to you? I know it was in the past, but what the hell did you say to your team after that first quarter?
I did not. I should have. Because I don't know that he'd tell me. I don't know that he'd remember even.
That's true. That's fair. But this is me being 100% a homer. I'll lean USD with the crowd there, which from talking to Yotes fans, it's going to be more than I thought would actually come. But we'll see. I'm going to lean USD, and it's 100% a bias pick because I think St. Thomas is a really good team. that is well coached. It's really disciplined, and they compete really hard. And it wouldn't surprise me if St. Thomas won this game by a couple possessions. But I'll go with USD because I want to see the State U matchup
Yeah.
again.
One thing that I've learned from USD SDSU matchups in Sioux Falls is that it is hard to beat a team 3 times.
Yeah,
And so I'm going St. Thomas.
that's fair.
I think that St. Thomas, again, an incline, like a team I've seen improve, and not just this year, but over since they've joined the league and moved up to D1. Like there's not been a year or even a piece of a season where it's like, oh, thought they were good, but actually not. Like I've never felt that way about them. So I think I was a little bit disappointed in the second game against USD. Like I thought it was gonna be better. But shit happens, you know? I don't know. So yeah, I'm still going St. Thomas. So let's move to the next round. So assuming what did I go? North Dakota State, ORU, SDSU, St. Thomas.
Yeah, I'm the loser that went chalk.
So for me, semis, I'm gonna go ORU, SDSU, and then championship SDSU.
You don't want, yeah, I figured you'd pick ORU. You SDSU fans can't pick North Dakota State. You'd rather pick USD than
But okay, but listen, I've been saying for 3+ weeks, knowing that NDSU was going to be the 2 seed, that I didn't think the 2 seed was going to get to the championship. Yeah. And that I thought either Denver or ORU or St. Thomas, if they were on that side, was going to disrupt them. So that's not like that. Just I came up with that tonight. That's been something that I've been saying. So don't even try that shit with me, Jordan.
Wait, this is a kid-friendly show. Joe, where you at?
Don't drag my husband into this.
You can't call me out.
I didn't call you out. Joe called you out.
I'm talking to Joe vicariously through you, through the chat.
Oh, you're saying he can't call you out without calling me out?
Yes, it's only fair.
He might be asleep. It's 11 p.m. there. He's got to work at 6.
That's fair. Is he coming out?
This is all he said, laughing face.
Oh, I read that as ha-ha, not laughing face. All right, so I'm going to continue to go chalk. Okay. I've got NDSU and SDSU in the championship game. This probably is really, really dumb, but I was just kind of doing my research, no, I'm just kidding. But I mentioned this on our USD podcast, and I'm probably viewed as an idiot for it. But I compared SDSU to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, I said they're the best team in the conference, but Oklahoma City is probably the best team in the conference now that Karl Anthony Towns is out. But we're getting too off track here. I compared it because I said SDSU's been able to beat teams pretty consistently, and then a lot of these are pretty good, and then some of the games have been close, but they've shown that they can, obviously 16-0. I said, but can they put together 3 games in 4 days? With that roster, with all the injuries, are those players conditioned enough to put together 3 games in 4 days? So I'm going to lean personally. I think I have North Dakota State going on, but I would also favor Oral Roberts in that championship game. I think the 2 or the 3 seed wins it.
Okay, but NDSU is also short roster.
They're short rostered?
They
only
have
like
girls.
1 injury.
No, they have like 10 girls. They lost 3 over Christmas break.
Well, then we're going to pick ORU to go to the championship game. No, I'm just joking. I stand by it. I stand by it. I have NDSU going to the championship game, and I have them beating SDSU.
Yeah, Tuesday. They have 10 girls. The 4 Abbies Liam McKenzie, the 2 Hamlings. That's 7. And then Elle Evans, Avery Coonan, and Mariley Simon. That's it.
Again, I'm probably going way out on a limb like Skip Bayless, way out on a limb here, but I don't know. I got that vibe feeling when I predicted the couple upsets a few years ago. The gut is picking NDSU.
Todd, what is in the marriage rules?
He can. It's in the.
Maybe he meant he can't.
I think he meant he can't.
Yeah, Joe calling me out. You're correct. He can't. Just kidding. He can do whatever he wants.
So
He's
that's
probably
where I'm
watching-
leaning.
He's probably watching Lord of the Rings or something since I'm not like there with the remote in my hand.
Solid movie choice.
Which, like, good for him, you know?
Yeah.
Living his best life. I am not surprised that you're leaning on DSU, actually. I figured you'd do that based on merit or to play the devil's advocate.
I'm 100. Well, I shouldn't say 100%, but like, yeah, State's going to be favored, but I think talent-wise and matchup-wise, NDS and State's beat them twice, and I'll say beat them twice because they beat them twice. But like,
The first time, I don't think they did.
but the score, you're right. It wasn't.
It was like
closer.
5 points, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. But I'm standing by it. I feel like honestly, I feel like the winner of the 2-3 matchup will win. But I think North Dakota State beats Oral Roberts on Monday night. What's cool is Monday night and 2. So we get CBS Sports Network for the semis and the finals. That's pretty sweet. So if you're not at the Summit League tournament, you get the March Madness music from CBS right before you get to watch the semis and the finals.
Yeah.
Right on.
I want Denver to win that 2-7 game so bad because I know they can beat Oral Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And like I want to see, like, you can say it's because I'm an SDSU fan. As an SDSU fan, I'm not that concerned. I've seen what we've done this year. Like, I'm not that concerned, you know? I really just want – I'm a huge fan of the underdog, especially in this league, because I think the underdog's really not that far under in the St. Thomas and the Denvers and the Kansas Cities and the Omahas. Like, kind of like I said a couple weeks ago, as the ceiling continues to rise, so does the floor. Like, these teams are not being left in the dust. And I also think, like, I'm trying to think of who the new or newer coaches are. Like, Dosha's the first-time head coach. This is her 5th year.
Mm-hmm.
4th or 5th. Carrie is the first-time head coach.
Yep.
Is this her 6th or her 5th too?
I thought it was her 6th, but can see.
I can't remember.
Is this Mallory's first head coaching gig?
Yes, because she was under. Yes, I think so.
Carius, her first head coaching gig.
Yeah, was she an assistant at Drake?
Wisconsin.
Well, oh, she came from Wisconsin? Why did I think she came from Drake?
I think Wisconsin Madison. Yeah.
Hold up.
Also, while you're doing that, shout out to Coach K and her
Yes.
husband and her family for having a newborn. Win
Thank
Faith.
you.
From what I heard, baby and mama are healthy. So congratulations to the Carius family. Got another yip and yote.
Okay. Hold up. This is the wrong. So I Googled Kayla Carius USD, and it gave me her assistant USD coach thing from 2016. It didn't give me her
Weird.
head coach page. Hold on, here it is. She was recruiting coordinator at USF, USD, Wisconsin, and Drake. So yes, this is her first head coaching job. And she did come from Drake. Thank you, Jim Clinker. I knew I was right.
Drake.
Drake.
Why did I think Matt? Yeah, okay.
I don't know.
I don't know.
What was I even gonna say? Oh yeah. So like first time head coaches. Kelsey is not a first time head coach. She is first time Division I coach. Deanna Jackson Durrett is a first time head coach. Second year, but this is her first head coaching job. We have a really young blood in the league. And I think that shut up, Joe. Look at what my husband said.
Yeah, since what?
Since I was born.
2000?
Yeah, something like that. Since I was 3. But anyway, my point being, it takes time to build programs. I think you also have to remember that at some of these other schools, basketball is not the most important thing. Not that it, I mean, you could argue football at SDSU, but SDSU gets really good support for basketball. We have a supportive athletic director. We have supportive fan base. Some of these other schools get like 57 people at their games.
Well, there's other things going on in Denver and
yes,
Omaha.
Denver's a really big Olympic sport school. Omaha is a big hockey school. They also live in big places. Todd said he was not 3 in 2000. Thank you for that, Todd.
Todd, what bar are you at right now? I want in. Tomorrow night, I won't be jacked up on vitamin C.
What's the
You can
from
vitamin
Talladega
C
Nights?
What?
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew. Is that from Talladega Nights?
Yeah.
Are we going out tomorrow night?
I'm down. If we get the group, I'm down.
I'm diggity down.
I don't want to drive very far, so like Crooked Pint.
Yes, thank you. I'm not going to the cabin. Those of you in the group chat know what that is. I've never been there. I don't intend to go there. Brandon, do not instigate that. Let's go to like Crooked Pint or somewhere that does not have a derogatory nickname, please. Thank you very much. Todd said he is not out right now. He's coming to Sioux Falls tomorrow.
Oh.
Anyway, in the group chat, Todd, get that together, please, and thank you. Would so appreciate that.
And then text me because I'm not on.
Because you're not on the group chat right now.
Yeah, I can't wait to come back to over 250 messages in that group, probably.
Yeah. Totes with goats.
All right.
We have 73 viewers right now. We have never had this many.
There are 73 people watching this circus.
There are 73 people watching this circus right now.
What the hell's wrong with all of you? It's a freaking Thursday night at 10 o'clock.
And you're listening to us.
Where were you 4 weeks ago?
Where have you been all season?
Thank you guys for watching this.
No, seriously, we appreciate it. Also, if any of you want to sponsor us, if you look down to the little dandy right-hand corner of the screen here, we are sponsored by nobody. So if you would like to change that, maybe pay for our StreamYard subscription.
We can give away gift cards, shirts, whatever you want.
Offset our costs to get to Sioux Falls. We will definitely shout out your business. If you've seen how hard we go for Midco on Twitter, that is how hard we will go for you.
Yeah, Midco gets free advertising on this podcast.
They get so much free advertising on this podcast.
So we're going to go live at some point tomorrow before the women's game. Yes?
Yeah, probably. Up in the concourse. I have mini mics. We're going to come and talk to you guys. Ask you, why you're excited to be at the summit. Who's your favorite player? All the BS. We're just going to come bop around. So if you see us walking around, I can't point you to like a uniform or something that we'll be wearing. I haven't picked out what I'm wearing tomorrow. I have a bunch of outfits, but I haven't picked one.
Heads up, I might be a little late to the first game.
How are you going to tell me that we're going to do this before the first game and you're not even going to be there?
I'll see. I got to work.
That's not my problem.
I know it's mine that Ollie we'll get it.
So like what time are we talking?
4:30 is the first game. I don't know. We do it at halftime.
Okay, so you just volunteered me to do something before the game that
Damn it,
you're
you
not
figured
going to
it
be
out.
present for.
I'll straighten it out. I'll be there.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get it straightened out.
This is how we
Joe
resolve.
Joe is probably laughing because he's like, yeah, this is my life every day.
That's all right.
Just kidding. Love you, Joseph. Okay, parting thoughts to our 78 viewers before we sign off and get some sleepies before the best day of the year tomorrow.
Yeah, a couple things. If you're in Sioux Falls, enjoy the time. Downtown's a lot of great fun. A lot of great places to eat, new places to eat from last year. Go to the tournament, support student athletes, even if your team's not playing. It's a lot of fun offense on the women's and the men's side too. And then two, if you are not in Sioux Falls, just download the damn Summit League network for a month and watch it that way. That's how you watch the games. Summit League network on Friday, Saturday, Sunday through Midco Sports Plus or the Midco app, whatever it is.
Midco
Just
Sports
look
Plus,
up Midco Sports Plus. It's going to be $9. You get all the
$10
games.
a month. Yeah.
And then Monday and Tuesday are on CBS Sports Network. And I believe you can get that if you have Paramount Plus.
Yes.
Okay.
You should be able to. Another thing, if you are coming to Sioux Falls and you're out and about, be patient with people. We have the Summit League tournament. I believe we have state hockey, and we also have state AA girls basketball going on.
Yeah.
Your food places are going to be busy. There's going to be traffic.
Make
Don't be
reservations at places that take reservations.
Yes, that. You
Call
will not.
tomorrow. Call
you
tomorrow.
will not get into a place eating Friday or Saturday without a reservation if they take one. So be patient. Go early. Please drive safely. There is no snow. There has not yet been a blizzard. I am knocking on the wood that my laptop is sitting on.
It's going to be
because
gorgeous spring weather.
Always happens, but it's supposed to be spring. Regardless, bring a coat and a water bottle and put it in your car just in case.
And last but not least, remember the Denny Sanford Premier Center clear bag policy. You don't want to walk all that way and listen to that low, monotonous, annoying ass voice on the intercom tell you there's no bags allowed. Like, it sounds so. That's the voice they went with. That's the one. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, wait till you walk up to the Denny gates.
On a loop.
And you're gonna go like, my God, it sounds like a 60-year-old guy who hates his life at a carnival being like, next.
Isn't it a woman?
No. Unless they changed it, but we went.
No, you know what? You're right. We
went to that Wiener Dog game the Stampede put on, and it was still the same guy.
Do you know what I saw on Twitter like a couple of weeks ago? I don't know if I told you this. I remember telling Joe about it, but this guy tweeted. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. His tweet was like, "Do you know where I can find the complete home for 30 for 30 sports?" And someone commented, "Do you know the ESPN Plus when you're watching a game and it does the like commercial thing?" Yeah. And someone commented, my kid, anytime we turn on a game, will just scream live sports. And I was like, that is the best thing I've ever heard in my life.
No, that's it for me. Look forward to seeing folks out.
Be a fun tournament. To recap, 1 women's game tomorrow, 1 men's game tomorrow. For the women, number 8 Kansas City will face number 9 Omaha tomorrow, Friday, March 8th. 4:30 p.m. The men's game is at 7 p.m. I believe it is number 8 Oral Roberts and number 9 USD.
Yep, not getting a tattoo, despite what I said in the group chat. Not a chance.
What'd you say in the group chat? I'm not in the men's
I think I made a bet that I don't even remember making, that I said if with that roster of USD, if they got 9th place, I would get a tattoo.
Yikes.
I need receipts. If someone shows me a receipt, I'll just laugh and maybe buy you a beer. I had that much confidence. They let me down.
Did you say that at the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
Okay.
When the preseason polls came out.
Todd has big feelings about that.
Yeah, boo. Add this.
Cool. All right. I have nothing else. Please travel safely if you are arriving in Sioux Falls tomorrow or Saturday. Please be patient with public service workers. Please have fun. Please be nice to the people at the Denny. Please don't drink too much or do anything stupid. Please be respectful and please have a grand old time.
Yeah, and if you see me and you're out and about shopping, I love crumble cookies. So if you want to stop and give me like a couple of them, and then we'll be in media row. Just throw it at me. I'll be ready.
I don't think you can bring outside food in.
You can if you're wearing a winter coat.
True. We do
Shouldn't
like
have said that. Shouldn't have said that.
Madison likes Starbucks for the record. Iced chai, soy milk, 2 pumps of brown sugar syrup. Please and thank you. All right. See you on the summit. See you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow, Madison. See you guys.